about to get ready for 15 minutes of yoga. I hope you're feeling great and I hope you're feeling ready to get moving. And so let's begin. We're just going to come to standing on a mat if you have one, or on the floor is fine. Just stand with your feet hip width apart. Just ground down into your heels and into your toes. And actually, just take your hands to your waist and just gently begin to move into your toes and into your heels. So as you rock forwards and backwards, just feel the weight shifting into your heels and into your toes. And then just begin to settle down, so grounding down into the heels, down into the toes. Push onto the outer edges of your feet because we tend to collapse inwards. So pushing right down. Good morning, Becky. So we're just grounding down into our toes and into our heels. We've just rocked forwards and backwards. Our feet are about hip width apart. So as you push down into your toes and into your heels, feel an engagement happening in the legs. Perhaps feel the knees lifting and lengthening upwards, so you feel an engagement in the thighs, and feel that lift continue up the body. Imagine someone was gently pulling a hair on your head and you're just growing a little bit taller. So you're pushing down into your feet and then you're lengthening upwards. So the legs become strong and then this length begins to move up the body. So as we push down into the feet, the legs become engaged and there's almost like a zip up the front part of our body now as we lengthen upwards. So there's a zipping up of your centre as we zip up and we lengthen upwards. Perhaps notice how you can now roll your shoulders back, so opening your chest. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And then just allow the hands just to relax in front of you. And take your attention now to your heels and imagine that you are breathing from your heels all the way up the body. As you inhale, up the body as far as the shoulders. Inhale up in through the nose as far as the shoulders. And then we're going to exhale from the shoulders all the way back down the body to the heels. So just keep your hands just out to the side. This is a classic Tadasana mountain pose. As you breathe in, just feel the breath come up the body. And as you breathe out, breathing down the body. Ideally, it's good to breathe in and out through the nose. If you need to breathe in or out through the mouth, you can do so. So if you just lower your gaze, so that means don't focus on something, just have a soft gaze in front of you, but just feel this kind of power and strength in the body as you focus on your breath. And then we're just going to release. So we're going to take our hands to our waist, have your feet nice and comfortably, either hip width or wider apart, slightly bend at the knees, and we're just going to begin to move from the hips. So moving from the side to the front, to the side, to the back. And as you do this, try and breathe in and out through the nose or the mouth. Still being aware of that connection with the toes and the heels in the ground. See how your body feels. See how much movement you get. Maybe today your movement in your hips is only here. That's fine. Maybe you can do a nice big movement. So just make sure the knees are nice and soft and the movement is coming from the waist, leading with the hips. And now let's change direction. To the side, to the front, to the side, sticking the bottom all the way out behind you. So some people, it can be quite funny just moving your hips, and that's okay. If it feels funny and you want to laugh, that's absolutely fine. So just kind of feel the wave of motion in the body, just as you move the hips from side to side. Maybe feel a bit of flexibility in the spine. And we're going to bring that to a close. Lovely. So we're going to step our left leg forward and step our right leg back. Your hips are going to face forward, but just to kind of relieve any tension in the legs, it's always just good to move the back leg's foot slightly out to the side. So we're just going to move, not the hips going to face forward, we're just going to take the toes out to the side, off to the side, so then the back foot isn't in a line, slightly off to the side, okay? And we're going to bend that front leg. So the front knee is facing forward and the hips are facing forward. So if you're using a mat, the small of your mat, okay? If that doesn't feel right, then just slightly come up a little bit. But if you can, feel a bend in the front leg and the back leg is straight. And if that doesn't feel right, you can make the distance that you're stepping apart slightly smaller, okay? So just breathing here. And see how that feels just to take the arms forward. So shoulders are relaxed, but arms are extended, nice and strong out in front of you. Just going to turn, no, I'm going to keep this way so you can see me. And breathing here, grounding down into those feet. And we're going to just bring the hands down as we exhale. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. So that's as far as you can think you can move your arms today. Just carry on flowing up and down. If that feels comfortable, your starting position is going to be here, and you're going to take your arms all the way up. You can take them nice and wide and then lowering them down. So the legs are staying exactly where they are. The lower body is not moving, okay? Inhale up, exhale down. And people have a tendency when they take their arms up to bring their shoulders up towards their ears. So what we want to do is when we take our arms up, try to relax your shoulders away from the ears. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale up, exhaling down. So 2 more times here. Inhale up, exhale down. Last time. And then lower the hands all the way down. So you're going to reach forward with the hands and then bend the front leg as you shift your weight into the front leg and step forward and lower the legs down. So changing sides, take your left leg back behind you. Pivot the back foot slightly, but your hips are still facing forward so it's comfortable on the knee. Hand to the waist and bending, I'm just going to turn to the side here, bending that front leg. Relaxing hands to the side, nice inhale up, exhaling down. Just flowing here with the breath, inhale up, exhale down. If that's as far as you want to do today, you just carry on with the movement as high as the shoulders and bring the hands down. If you can go further, let's start off here. Inhale up, exhale down. As you take the arms up, so carry on flowing here. As you take the arms up, sometimes there's a tendency for people to push their hips forward as they come up. we're trying to keep the lower body nice and stable. So keep that nice and strong. If you need to pull in from the centre, from your belly, you can do as you bring the arms up and down. Bring the hands down. So we're going to reach forward as before. You're going to shift your weight into the front leg as you come off the back leg and step forward and lower down. Lovely. So hands to the waist, bending at the knees slightly. Let's just begin to move the hips. Breathing in and out through the nose. And change direction. We're going to bring that to a close. So, just stepping back so you can see me. Let's just bring the arm up nice and high. And then we're just going to fold forward. So, maybe today your hands just touch your legs and this is as far forward as you can go. And that's fine. So, just taking your arms up. Nice inhale up, exhale, lower down as far as you can go. So, maybe for you, you can come all the way down and touch your toes. Or maybe it's just here. So, we're just moving up. Inhale, exhale, lower down. The important thing is you drop your head, chin to your chest, and wherever you can move in your spine today, that's fine. So inhaling up and then lowering as comfortable as you can come down, whether it's to the floor or to your feet or to your legs. Inhale up and exhale down. Just allow the head to be nice and soft. We can do 3 more here. So just curling down wherever that is for you today. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Perfect. Hope you're feeling okay. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a little bit of a balance. Unfortunately, I've lost my tripod, so it's kind of tricky for you to see my feet. And I really want you to see my feet. So let's take this. Whoops. Oh, okay, that's a marble. Right, let's just go back to. Let's just go back to here. Okay. So take your hands to your waist. I'm going to invite you to ground into your left leg. So that means pushing all your weight into your left leg. So pushing your weight into your toes and your heels and grounding down into the feet as the knee lifts up and the thigh becomes engaged. Almost like the thigh bone is pushing up into the hip. So everything's becoming really rock solid here, okay? So grounding down into this left leg. As you ground down into this side of the body, you're just going to then feel the other leg. So the right leg, you're just going to just lift the heel off the ground and then just lift the foot off the ground. So literally I'm lifting the foot just a couple of inches off the ground. If even that's too much, just keep your toe on the floor and your heel is just lifted. So you literally, your toes are pointing down to the floor. But if you can, just try and lift slightly. A really good way to balance is to focus on a point ahead of you that isn't moving. And imagine you're breathing in and out from that point. Grounding down into that strong leg. The leg isn't bent, it's nice and straight and supporting. And then if you can, just begin to rotate the ankle of the lifted leg. And if that's too much for you, you can reach out for whatever you have. You can use a wall, you can use a chair, whatever you have for you to support you is absolutely fine. Change the direction of the rotation of the ankle. And lower the leg down. Take the hands just gently above the knees and begin to bend the knees and circle here. Again, breathing in and out. Now change direction. and coming up. So take your hands to your waist. Ground down into the right leg, so nice and strong. Push into the toes and the heels. Feel that knee become engaged, feel the thigh become nice and strong, almost feel the leg going up into the hip. So we're nice and supported on this right side. And then slowly lift the heel of the other foot, and the toe is just touching the floor, and if you can, just lift the foot off the floor. So when I bounce, I like to imagine that someone was gently pulling a hair on my head, and I'm growing a little bit taller, and I'm also grounding down through that foot. And again, you can reach out and use whatever you need to balance yourself, or just keep the toe on the floor and you've just lifted the heel. So just begin to rotate from the ankle, breathing here. Change the direction. And then just lower the leg down. Slightly bend at the knees and just begin to move and circle here. And releasing. Okay, so just before we finish off, we're just going to move our arms one more time again. So we're going to take our arms out to the side. I want to see nice, strong, dynamic arms. I don't really want to see kind of sloppy arms. I want to feel the energy in your arms. I want you to extend from the shoulders all the way down into the fingers. Nice, strong, dynamic arms. Taking the arms up and out to the side. As you get to the shoulders, pivot the hands, and then the palms come together as you come up. So as you come up, reach up towards the ceiling, push down into the feet. And then releasing the hands, the palms face downwards, coming all the way down. So inhale, take the arms up. Begin to pivot at the wrists and take the hands all the way up. Exhale, coming down, pushing down, like you're pushing down through gravity. Inhale, coming up, and look up, reach up. Exhale, palms face down and look down. So your eyes are moving with the direction of the hands. So take the head up, look all the way up, reach up. And exhale, lower the head, looking down to the toes as the hands come down. We're going to do 5 more times here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling up. And exhaling. Two more times. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Last time. And bring the hands to your heart. So at the end of a practice or a stretch, it's really good just to lie yourself down on your mat and just take 5 minutes in relaxation. We will do that tomorrow. Today we're just going to come into comfortable seated position. And we're just going to bring our hands together like this. So the fingers on the right hand and the fingers on the left hand are just touching. The wrists are soft. Just bring your mudra to your heart and close your eyes. I'll mind the time for a few moments and then I will tell you when we're going to release it. So just watch the breath as it comes in and out through the nose or the mouth. Just be aware of any new sensations in the body. you feel some tingling in the body. Maybe you feel a bit more energy in the body. Maybe you feel nothing new. Just breathe into that nothingness. Try to relax the muscles in your face. Release any tension from your jaw. As you bring your hands to your heart, just gently bring your hands and feel your hands pushing into your heart. Close the eyes again for a moment. We're just going to end with an affirmation today. I expand in abundance, success and love as I inspire those around me to do the same. I expand in abundance, love and success as I inspire those around me to do the same. So wishing you a positive and wonderful day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. So namaste. Namaste means I bow to the light within you. So namaste everybody.